everyone to come out on Saturday, March the 15th at 12 noon at the corner of Randolph Road and Park Avenue in Plainfield, New Jersey. If you have any questions, you can reach Stephen Hatchett at 908-731-1518. Again, Stephen Hatchett at 908-731-1518 for the Save the Muhlenberg Hospital rally on Saturday, March 15th at 12 noon.
Okay, now at this period of time, we talked earlier on the telephone. Now, you don't have to go deep into everything now. Where are they at now? Have they started to move their patients out to hospital yet?
No, there's still yet now an extension for the people in Muhlenberg Hospital regarding the closing. The community really has come together in unity as I was there in a meeting this week, and many of the residents are reaching out, going hand in hand to fight to keep the hospital open.
Yeah, it would be a terrible loss to have a hospital, especially Muhlenberg right here in Plainfield. Where would we go if that was lost? Where, I mean, I don't know another hospital outside of UNDJ up in Newark.
Well, you know, Zechariah.
Well, you have J.F. Kennedy, then you have Somerset. They're welcome them over there.
Oh,
But
okay.
you have to look at the radius, the miles, the time, and I work with youth and an anti-violence program. And the youth spoke, and I have letters that were written to ask to keep the hospital open because out of 5 youth, there was only 2 that their families had cars. And the other 3, their families had no cars. And one of them has a brother that's in a wheelchair, and this one has a brother in a wheelchair.
Now, Reverend, not too long ago, they done some kind of work over there. Didn't they remodel the hospital, add a wing or something onto the hospital or something?
And they also added school not too many years ago. Jerry Green brought almost $8 million into building that school.
Yeah.
The Muhlenberg Hospital was founded over 130 years ago, and it was for the injured laborers who built our local railroad.
Oh, okay. I think it was on 2nd Street years ago. Was it on 2nd Street?
Yes, this is the letter that Pastor Eklund had sent out to all the civic officials, to dear civic official. And also we were asked to fax, to call to the Commissioner of Health. And this is the young lady that is trying to and had already begun to start the process of closing Muhlenberg Hospital.
Wow.
There's 68 hospitals already in danger of closing in the state of New Jersey, and 7 that are really in serious danger of closing.
I was just talking with, I'm also legal liaison with the Plainfield chapter of the NAACP, and I was just on the phone 2 days ago with the state president, James Harris, and he enlightened me that within the last 2 years, 5 of the major hospitals that support the community, the black community, have been closed up in the last 2 years.
Well, did he say anything that we could actually do? I mean, you know, when we put Governor COWHN in office, I don't think that we had in mind anything about the hospital being closed. I think that would have been one of the things we put on the table, that we want to keep Muhlenberg open.
Well,
because Plainfield, in truth, is, to me, this is how I judge it, is a landlocked community. I mean, we're distant from 22, we're distant from 78, we're distant from 287. You know, so the major highways to get us out of here. So I would think that this hospital here really need to be open. I mean, it's center. It's a dead center hospital. You know, it's center to all the communities. If you're in North Plainfield, you can just come right over. If you're in Watchung, you can come. Yeah, you know.
The 2 closest hospitals to Plainfield, to my knowledge, is Overlook Hospital, which is up in the mountains, up in Berkeley Heights, which is a pretty good distance.
That's across 22.
Exactly, right.
Because from my house to 22
it's across 22
2 miles.
And up over to the top of the hill.
Okay.
Okay, and then the next one is JFK. Okay, which is still a good distance.
We can park over there.
Now, look at what we have. We have
Pondage Road. Edison or Pondage Road?
Right, and it's over there in Edison off of Inman Avenue.
Wow. Okay.
Yes. Okay. Now let's give a fictitious example. A man gets shot, and he has minutes to live. Where are you going to rush him to?
That's the truth.
Where are you going to rush this individual to? You know, there are major issues here that need to be addressed. Now,
we definitely need a hospital open.
What James Harris did enlighten to me is that the NAACP has spoke with Corazon last Tuesday.
Okay.
I can't elaborate on the outcome.
Sure.
Okay, but I do know that the NAACP is all over this, and they are working at the state level. What he did say is that we need to be getting these letters out to our legislators.
Sure.
Because they are the ones, like Jerry Green, who brings the money in. That's
Okay.
what Jerry Green's job is.
All right.
To bring that money in.
But why hasn't Mr. Green we got to get him to contact us and try to bring him on the air and everything. I think I reached out to him about 6-7 months ago, but we didn't have no issue. I'd like to get him in here to talk about the hospital and everything.
Well, one thing I do know about Jerry, he's not shy about coming on the mic.
Okay.
Okay, and I can trust me. Jerry Green has, over the years, been very supportive to bringing in money into Muhlenberg Hospital.
Okay.
I have not spoken with him recently.
Sure.
But I do know that he is working on this. I don't know. I can't.
Okay.
I'm not.
Maybe afterwards you can give me his number. I can try to get a call to him. Okay. Now I don't want to cut you off, but I got to give it to Stephanie. Now you had other issues that we were going to talk about too. That things that you do.
Okay, what I'm doing is I'm waiting for the unbusy time for our Governor Corazon to allow us to come in. We have a youth bill that we orchestrated for the youth, and I believe it's an excellent bill because the youth have a voice in what the youth have been done. Well, for me, that I've seen in this community just been shut down and shut up. The adults know it all, but they really don't, because the youth are the ones that are going to take this city over one day when we're too old. So the youth have a bill out, and one of the things that they have in the bills is the bill for the youth speaks upon the youth's right to have a voice in the Plainfield community. The youth said they have a right to receive community information with education in decision making when the results will affect each of their family members and each of them in their individual life as well. And even with the hospital, as I work with the youth, there was only one that knew the hospital was closing. They were in extreme shock. And if you do not educate the children and let them know what's going on in their community, then you wonder why you have all these problems. Exactly. Why do you have people coming together and all orchestrating to do something that's not positive? Because you're not letting them know what is positive in your community and exactly how to bring their voice forward, because they do make a difference. And then they say in their bill, they said they want a right to be accepted as well as respected. And I think it's very much disrespect that even in the school system that these children were not even allowed through the school system to know that they were in danger of not having a hospital. And the parents did not tell these children. And I'm not saying everybody's parent, maybe they did. Can't say they didn't. But the parents should be able to, allow the children to come out and understand what's going on in this community as well.
Without a doubt, they need to know what's going on. I need to meet this Jerry Green. I voted for him 3 or 4 times. I don't think I ever met him either. I did vote for Jerry Green. So I got to meet with him somehow. We got to do something.
Well, I'll see if we can make that happen.
Yeah, I would love to have that right there, because I voted for him many times. I've heard of the good work that he's done in Plainfield. One thing about the Town Talker, we're not here to, put anyone down. We're here actually as a community radio to bring the issues, at hand and let people know that things are going on, and let's try to fix it. I believe in training. You understand? Let's rebuild the whole $6 million man thing. We can rebuild you, make you better than you were before. So let's make this thing better.
Only way we can all have to do is stick together, make it better. But stop forgetting the youth. Bring the youth right into action, because their voice counts, and what they have to say is really, really important. And I really always sometimes say the youth are always left behind.
Yeah.
We think that they're, okay, but they have something to say.
Let me ask you, People's Organization, do y'all have a children's, a youth?
Melissa, I want you, if you can you go to for the youth, for the that commercial that we played last week? Do we have time? Are you set up? Okay, yeah. So we're going to go today to the commercial about foster kids and everything. So if any of you out there that's interested in foster care and possibly adopting some of our kids, you know, Stephanie, you just said something about the youth. It made me realize that we do have a commercial that come on. All right.
My name is Justin, and I am a foster kid. For a long time, I was moved from home to home. I was never any place long enough to join the Little League or to have a best friend. Everything I had fit in 2 garbage bags, which I would pack up whenever they told me to. And then 2 years ago, I came to Catholic Charities. They introduced me to my new resource family. Now I don't have to worry about moving. I have a best friend, and more importantly, I have a home. A lot of kids aren't so lucky.
There are more than 11,000 kids in New Jersey who have nowhere to go. Some of them are kids like Justin who just want to be safe. Some of them are babies. A lot of them have been hurt or neglected. All of them need your help. Anyone can be a resource family. All you need is a room in your house and a room in your heart. Resource families are so important because children grow best in families. Please help us keep New Jersey's children safe. Become a resource family. Call 866-247-HOME. That's 866-247-HOME. A child will thank you. Therapeutic Foster Care is a division of Catholic Charities, Diocese of Metuchen.
Okay, if you can, reach out, please, and help our children. All right, Stephanie, you have anything else you want to say? We got about 2 minutes left, 2 to 3 minutes.
The only thing I do have to say is that POP, People's Organization for Progress, will be still orchestrating this march on the 15th of this month. Please, everyone, come out. And I have an office open for all violent crime victims. It's called A Place Called There, 600 Cleveland Avenue, Suite 2. Anyone that's in violent crimes or has become a victim, call 908-202-2909. I'm an advocate for violent crimes victims. This is Minister Stephanie Alexander, and I want to thank you, Reverend.
Well, we thank God for the blessing and everything. And Reverend Branch, is there anything that you want to tie this thing up with?
I want to tie it up with saying that the Plainfield chapter of the NAACP also has a youth organization. We're recruiting right now for young men and women to come on out and join us, because we agree that the children need a voice. Okay, and the NAACP, a lot of people say that we don't do nothing, but we do a lot. I know myself and Johnny Walcott, we have fought in a lot of cases, but because the cases are resolved, people don't, and they're not hitting the media, they don't think that we're doing anything, but we are doing something. And Sharon Briggs also supports the youth. I know that for a fact because she also happens to be a personal friend. So, you know, and also I commend the People's Organization for People Empowerment for organization, because I'm also a member, and I know that y'all are also working with me.
Yes.
So I'm in 100% agreement, and my Project Change also, we try to work with the youth too. So
And I want to take a moment also to thank the mayor, Shannon Robinson Briggs, and Assemblyman Jerry Green for speaking at the march the other day, and the doctors and everybody that come out for the hospital. And I hope that you guys continue to work with POP and work with the other groups also to keep the hospital open, because this is one thing that we don't need to, you know, I don't know, what would we put on that street if on Randolph Road without the introduction of that hospital? That hospital says something for the town. It's almost like a symbol of hope and a symbol of freedom. I remember having an old house, and I split my hand, and old nail went in my hand, and I went to that hospital. I remember that night, and they gave me a tetanus shot that lasts 10 years.
I was born there.
You were born in the hospital.
You were
born in the hospital. You're a long time Plainfield person anyway. You've been here. Okay. Yeah. Are we all right? Okay. Bless you.
Yeah. All right. Got yourself doing the 15.